I've been speaking to a lot of people who have been having inner conflict and don't know how to resolve this inner conflict. And it's becoming something that is really starting to impede their lives. And so I wanted to make sure that we talked about that today. So, hey, everyone, I am Neena Perez, and I want to talk to you about this because it's something that I feel like is holding you back, and it's holding me back. It's holding all the women that I speak to in my coaching program, right? And so it's this part of you that is ready to take that leap. It's ready to do something different. It's ready to show up for you. And then your something happens when you want to start your business and you want to start your career and you really want to do this, like you really want to do this. You've been dreaming about it, you've been writing it down, you've been doing all that stuff. But then there's this other part of you that's, no, that's too risky, that's just too risky. Why don't we just hold on a second, let's just wait right here, let's wait, right? Sound familiar? Because this is exactly what I want to help every woman with, to conquer every single day so that they can move forward in what the things that they want to do. And this is one of the things that I focus on in my coaching program, because we talk about all that inner work stuff, right? The mindset, and how are we going to integrate the parts that are conflicting with us, right? And you come to this place sometimes in your entrepreneurship, in building your coaching program, in starting your program or starting whatever it is you want to start, you get this feeling of being stuck. Then you get frustrated. Then you're torn between your dreams and your fears. So now you have dreams and fears, both of them conflicting with each other. And now you're in this place where you don't know why you're fighting yourself. Why are you conflicted with yourself, right? So today I'm going to give you a taste of what that can look like by the end of this live, how you can integrate yourself, right? Because you're going to feel more at peace with yourself, and you're going to feel more confident about moving forward. The women that join my program because they see changes, right? And they join because they're like, I am tired of being sick and tired. And what happens to a lot of us, right, is that we end up waiting for the right moment, waiting for enough money, waiting until it's 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you're still waiting, right? I'm going to fix my camera a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that's more straight. So here's what we're going to do today. All right. I want you to learn how to recognize the parts of you that are in conflict, how to uncover what each part really wants, and how to bring them into alignment so that you can move forward with clarity, with peace, with purpose, the things that we all long for. Right. And this is exactly the kind of work I do with my clients in my coaching program, where I help them not just start creating something from concept to launch, but just like you, I want to break through what's holding them back. I want to break through that, right? So, are you ready to dive in? Because I really want to get started on this, right? So, here's what's happening when you feel conflicted. There's two parts of you that are at odds with each other, right? One part is that you're saying, "Go for it. You got this. You're ready. You go," right? Then that risk starts, right? The risk of starting that business or making that career move, right? So that other part of you is saying, hold on, hold up, it's scary. What if it doesn't work? What if I don't have enough money? What if I don't get any clients, right? Why don't we just stay where we are, where it's safe, right? So here's the thing. Both parts of you, right? Both parts that are feeling this, none of them are wrong. They all kind of have the same intention, right? But when you're pulling in opposite directions, that's where you end up feeling stuck and frustrated and uncertain, right? But what if I told you that these two parts could actually work together to support the goals that you want, right? Because a lot of us don't realize that maybe it's not a conflict. Maybe there's a solution to bringing both things together. Okay. That's what I teach through these powerful techniques that I do in my coaching program. about shifting your mindset, about reframing, about, integrating both parts of you. It's something that I go deep into with my clients because I want to I want to have them transcend all of those feelings so that they can then create the life that they want, the coaching business that they want, they can create the business that they want, they can create the lifestyle that they want. And so I want to introduce you to this where I integrate both parts, right? So when we integrate both parts of what's conflicting us, right, you can then move forward without hesitation, without that constant tug of war going inside of you. And I think, if you guys have gone through this, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So I want to guide you through this. I have simplified it. I've simplified the technique that I feel works best. I even do it with myself when I'm conflicted about something, when I'm afraid, but I want to move forward, when I want to try something new, but I'm scared to even try, right? And I hope this resonates with you. So there's so much more you can achieve when you bring these two parts together. And I want to make sure that we dive into this transformation. But for now, let's talk through the exercise together so that you guys can do it. All right. So we're going to exercise integrating both of your conflicting parts. All right. So in step one, I want you to identify um, the part of you that you think is about conflict, but what's happening in your life right now, but it's about taking a big step, like maybe leaving your job, starting a business, changing careers. Maybe it's a personal goal that you've been putting off for a long time, but you've been afraid to do it. Now I want you to focus on two parts that are now conflicting. So in part one, this part wants to you to stay safe. It wants to keep you protected. It's been holding you back because it's comfortable where you are. The life that you have right now is because you're comfortable in the life that you have right now. Okay. And so it doesn't allow you to take that leap that you need because you're afraid, because you're comfortable with the life that you have right now. You might not be happy with the outcome of the things that you're going through, but that doesn't mean that you're not comfortable. Okay. The risk of chasing something bigger is scary. Okay. So great. Now, for step two, we're going to discover the intention of each part. So, next, let's dig into what each part really wants. That part of you that really wants this career change, this business, this whatever that is, whatever that big goal is for you, with the part that is afraid, doesn't want that, wants to keep you safe, blah, blah, blah. So, you have the fear part and you have the I want to get this part, right? So in part one, this one is the one that's holding you back, right? Asking yourself, what do you want? Why do you want to stay where you are? What's the intention behind staying safe here, right? You might find that this part is trying to give you security. You might find that this part is trying to give you stability, it's trying to give you peace. And then in part two, that part is ready to leap forward. Go for it. Why do you want to move forward? What is your intention for wanting to move forward? This part might be craving freedom, growth, personal fulfillment, right? Here's what's interesting. Both parts want the best for you, right? One wants to keep you safe and stable, and the other one wants to keep you thriving, wants to expand, right? And when you see that, you realize that you're not truly in conflict, but both parts of you are trying to protect you in different ways. So I want you to align your goals, right? This is the moment of truth. This is when you start to understand what each part wants, and you'll see that they're not enemies. Okay. They both want to see you happy. They both want to see you safe. Now, mentally, I want you to bring these parts together. And I'm going to show you in a second how this works side by side. Okay. They're not pulling you in different directions. You are not as stuck as you think you are. Okay. You are just focusing on the wrong things and you're thinking that you're in conflict, right? So I want you to visualize both of these parts now shaking hands and saying, yes, we got this. We got you. Okay. This is going to be strong. It's going to give you this new version of yourself to move forward with confidence. Okay. So we're going to integrate, we're going to bring these parts together. Okay. And I want you to take that moment, close your eyes, feel what that means. I want you, when you start to talk about your both parts, and I'll show you what I mean. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. Part one and part two, right? So part one is what is it that I want but don't do? Like what's in conflict? And the other part is, what is it that I want? Right. But and you're like, I want to be in a successful business. I want to start a coaching program, but I'm scared. Okay, why are you scared? Let's start talking about what parts are like different in you, right? Or what you think is different. Okay. And I want you to have the alignment to know that you can achieve what you want once you align what both parts want from you. I want you to feel that sense of peace that comes with knowing that you don't have to fight yourself. Guys, you don't have to choose between safety and growth. You don't have to do that. You can have both. Okay. So I've seen so many women transform when I teach them this part integration, when they start integrating both of their parts, and they might have felt stuck, but they don't feel stuck anymore because they've integrated that part that wanted something and that part that wanted to stop them from doing that. And I want people to have freedom and build their own empire. But another part is terrified to do it and losing security of that paycheck, right? I was that person, right? But we can uncover that both parts are actually working for you, okay? Both parts are working for you. You can struggle with starting something, and you can actually do something, right? I want you to feel empowered to take that leap. I'm doing well. I said, hi, how are you? I'm looking at my Instagram, but I'm also on Facebook. So if you have comments, by the way, leave them in the comment section because I can't see everybody, right? So I want you to have that successful business that you want. And I want you to stop stopping yourself because there's a lot of conflict and things going on in the world. And we can't just keep getting stuck every time. We have got to move forward. Okay. And you have to realize that a lot of the things in yourself are conflicts that you are having that you can resolve. So, what is it that you want, and what is it that you don't want to do, right? So, what is it that you want? Maybe start that business, be successful, and the other part of you is just, no, I don't want to do it. I'm afraid. I'm scared. You're gonna write these things down. So, I want to build a successful business, or you can reverse this. It doesn't matter which one you do. But I don't want to be afraid of doing it, right? I don't want to be afraid of doing it. So name your part. Like, I want you to think of yourself as you, but then when you're naming the parts of you, I want you to think of them as an outer thing, right? So we'll call this one, I don't know, we'll call her Amara, and we'll call this one Sabi, right? Because I think of this part of it as a saboteur, somebody who is coming in to try to stop you from doing what you want. I want you to write down, what it is that you want. What is it that part one wants? What does Amara want? Right? This is for me. Amara wants to make me healthy, strong, smart. It wants me to be successful. Why does it want me to be successful? So that I can feel fulfilled, so that I can feel peace. Why do you want peace? So that I can function in my highest self. Why do you want that? So I can be happy. What does happiness mean to you? Happiness is being able to be there for my family and more, right? Why does that matter? Well, because I want joy and peace, and it will make me feel worthy, right? Because one of the things I've struggled with most of my life was feeling unworthy and unwanted, right? And the reason I was feeling unworthy and unwanted is because I was told that I was unworthy and unwanted, right? When I was growing up. And so, I want to feel whole. I want to feel peace and joy. That's what the part of me that wants to go ahead and be successful and build a successful business wants. Now, what about the part of me that is too scared and doesn't want to do it? Why am I afraid? What is that? I don't want to be afraid of doing it, right? So what does Sabi want? Sabi to me feels very dark. It feels very combative. It feels very, very much in control at times where I'm too afraid to do things. But what does it want for me? Well, it wants me to be safe. It wants to protect me from the unknown. Okay, why? So that I don't get hurt. But why? So that I feel peace. Why do I want peace? So that I feel joy, because joy makes me feel whole. Do you see where I'm going with this? Okay, joy brings me peace. Why? Peace brings me a stability. What does stability mean? Stability means not having to work all the day, all the time, like a workaholic, right? What does that mean to be stable? That means to have finances. That means to be peaceful. What does that mean to have that? It means to be at my fullest self and at peace. Peace brings me joy. Joy brings me peace, and it makes me feel whole. Now, when I start to go through this, I start to go, what do both parts want? They want me to have peace, joy, fulfillment, and to feel worthy and whole. So, both parts of me, the part that is stopping me from doing the things I want to do, and the part that actually wants to do the things I want to do, are actually doing the same thing. They're actually coming at it in a different direction, but they're doing the same thing. One part of me is struggling because it wants to, really do this thing, because the other part is saying, no, 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 don't do that. It's scary. But they're both saying at the end of the day, because we want you to be happy, because we want to give you joy, because we want to make sure that you're whole and that you feel worthy. Both parts. So this conflict that I thought I had, right? Where I'm like, oh, I want to do this job, but I'm so scared. I want to do this, but I don't want to do that. I want to have this, but I can't because of this. When I realized that both parts are there for me, I was able to write down what they wanted as a goal. And I imagined myself having one part of me saying, you can do this. The other part of me saying, I'm scared, and saying, okay, it is okay to be scared and to do it anyway. It's okay to be scared and to do it anyway, because at the end of it all, it's to bring you joy, fulfillment, worthiness. Okay? That was just my takeaway. You could do this with your personal goals. You can do this with business goals. You can do this with all of that. But what I'm trying to give you as a gift is freedom from that place of constant conflict. Okay? I don't want you to keep being in conflict about what you can and cannot do and how you can, but you really want to, like, I really want to lose weight, but I don't want to go to the gym. Okay, why don't I want to go to the gym? Because it hurts, because it's heavy, because it's this, because it's that. But why do I want to go to the gym? Because I want to be healthier and better. But if you stay home and you don't go to the gym, you're going to feel comfort. You're going to feel better. You see what I'm saying? Like, so both of them are trying to make me feel better. They're both saying the same thing at the end of the day. And this is why you have to have all the layers, okay? You have to have all of the layers in order to really figure out what the bottom line is. Most of us are surface people. We do shit on the surface, but the things are deeper. You have to go deep, okay? And if you want this, by the way, I have a worksheet for this and an explanation sheet. I'm more than happy to give this to you. If you want to go ahead and type in the word on wherever you are, whether it's Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or whatever, if you see this and you say, I want that worksheet, I want to integrate both of my parts. Okay, why don't we just call it uh, conflict? That way I know to send it to you. Go ahead and type in the word conflict, and I will give you the link for you to have the worksheet and the explanation on how to do this. Ultimately, what I want for you is the freedom to understand that you are not as stuck as you think you are. You are just not resolving the two parts of you that want the same thing. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Sorry, this keeps like turning. My Instagram keeps turning. I hope that makes sense for you. And I hope that you understand that I want to resolve that conflict within you so that you can build the things you want, right? I want you to take away from today's session that when you feel conflicted, when you feel stuck, when you feel those things, don't ignore it. Ask yourself, what are the parts of me that are in conflict right now? Listen to both sides. Neither part is wrong. Neither part is wrong. They're just trying to help you in their own way. And at times it's just the wrong way, right? How many times do we, as those of you who are parents, tell your kid, don't do that, don't run, don't blah, 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 blah. That kid wants to run and whatever, but you're not trying to tell them that you don't want them to run. You're trying to keep them safe. Okay. But in their mind, they're like, my mom doesn't want me to run. Why is that? Well, now I don't want to run anymore, blah, blah, blah. But it's because she wants to keep me safe. At the end of the day, it's the safety part. Right. And so you have to find a common ground between these two conflicts that are going on with inside of you and bring them together so they can work for your success. This is why I always say, do it afraid, do it anyway. Do it afraid, do it anyway. Because those parts of you are actually, yes, there's fear, but yes, there's go-getterness too, right? And I want that deep transformational work for you. This is what I do with my women in my coaching program, because if you're ready to break free from conflict and you're ready to finally create that life and business that you've been dreaming about, and you're ready to create that coaching business and you're ready to put your wisdom out there, then great. I'd love to help you with that. Okay. And if you're ready for that step and you want to take that deeper look into your what's stopping you and just move freaking forward from concept to launch and just get it done, right? I really want this to happen for you this year. Yes, this year. We still have a few months left. End this year better than you started it. Okay. I'm here to guide you through that. I'm here to help you with that. I'm here to help you with as much transformation as I can in your life that you deserve. So if you want to know more, then go ahead. If you're a woman, I don't work with men, but if you're a woman, I want you to go ahead and comment the word coaching, and I will make sure to send you over some information in my booking link. It's absolutely free, 45 minutes to get on a call with me, but only women, please. Okay. I only work with women. All right. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope this is helpful. I hope I made sense. I hope I broke this down for you, okay, in a great way. So I'm sorry I can't go on a live right now. I'm jumping off, but thank you so much for requesting. I want to make sure that you finally take action and move forward. Okay. I love you guys so, so much. This is Neena Perez. This is, straight talk, no sugar added, or just NeenaPerez.com. And I just adore all of you very much. I want to see you succeed. So whatever's inside of you telling you that you can't do it, it's bullcrap. Okay. Take that piece and take the other piece and understand that both of them want you to have the same thing. They want you to thrive. It wants you to be safe. It wants you to win. It just does it in a different angle. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. This is Neena Perez. This is Straight Talk. No